Hello ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy watching tonight's blog, please hit the subscribe button. Love growing the Hellraiser family, boxing family. Just watched Ryan Garcia against Luke Campbell. Fascinating fight. I thought it was a brilliant matchup to make. There was all sorts of different permutations and different angles that you could take on the fight. I thought the commentary on DAZN I thought was terrible. I thought it was absolutely beyond terrible. Campbell was landing his left hand to the body throughout the fight, which went almost completely unnoticed. Garcia heavily dropped, went down very heavily in the second round. For me, he did pass an acid test. He did show that he could compose himself, because for me, I thought he won the first round and I thought he nicked the majority of the rounds after that, although he was working at a much higher velocity, if you like, that is putting a lot more power into his shots than what Campbell was. Campbell was obviously banking on nicking rounds in terms of who was landing the most solid shot. I mean, Campbell was landing less solid shots, but he was keeping his opponent working flat out throughout, which I don't think, I mean, who knows? We don't know the scope, but I think he would have struggled to go the 12 rounds at that pace, Garcia. But it doesn't matter, because he landed the shot, and it was an absolute corker of a body shot. And also the way he set it up, Campbell clearly was expecting the shot over the top to the head, and to fool a Olympic Games gold medalist into putting his hands so high, anticipating that headshot, so that you could open up the target to land that huge body shot by surprise, if you like. I mean, that shows class in Garcia, and I think I have to recognise that. Supposedly, the next fight now is against Devon Haney. I think Devon Haney will look at that, and he will be very keen to fight Ryan Garcia now, because a lot of flaws were shown. I mean, Campbell was landing his left hook at will. The straight left to the head was getting through too often, I think. Even if he is an former Olympic Games gold medalist, you know, we know, okay, so he's a good calibre of fighter, but he was landing it so frequently, and Campbell was landing especially to the body. I just think anyone that's fighting Garcia will now think, okay, well, that there's lots to take. Probably you learn more about him in that fight there than any of the other fights that I've seen him in put together. For me, Garcia boxed not badly, actually, compared to some of the other fights that I've seen him in. He didn't show himself to be look quite so raw as I thought he would. He actually accounted for himself quite well. I thought he was getting outboxed, but in getting outboxed, he was landing a lot of solid, big shots. So I still would have had him winning quite a few of the rounds on that basis. Now Haney, if it was me, if I was managing Garcia, I wouldn't go and fight Devon Haney next. I would avoid that fight. But we'll see. I mean, look, I thought he'd get beat tonight, and he went and won. Well done to Ryan Garcia. I enjoyed watching Luke Campbell. I think that's him done now. I can't see his career going anywhere from here. He can have no complaints. Olympic Games gold medalist. He's fought for a world title, and he's shown himself to be like a high level fighter, both in amateurs and pros. Just for me, at the end of the day, just did not have the power, despite dropping Garcia heavily. He throughout his career, he just hasn't had that little nick of venom in his punches that you need in the pro game. That may be why he hasn't achieved the same in the pro boxing as he did in the amateurs. No discredit to him. What a great boxer, great fighter. And he could have won tonight. He wasn't far from it. He made one mistake and he paid for it. But if he'd have maybe had an extra 30 seconds in the second round, he probably would have, I mean, Garcia was badly shaken, and Luke Campbell isn't renowned for being a monstrous puncher. So like I say, you're going to go in with the Devon Haneys, and I mean, Gervonta Davis tonight, again, he will be dying to fight this guy. He will be absolutely chomping at the bit to get it on with him. So I think that tells you about the performance. But like I say, if I had Ryan Garcia, I would want to hold him back a bit now. I'd want to sort of take, maybe like Mickey Duff used to say, easy, hard, easy, hard. Meaning you should have two lower level fights where you're not being so extended, then have a hard one, and then have 3 lower, and then have a hard one. And that's how you build the confidence and build the fighters. They really rolled the dice tonight. They took a big chance. Well, it paid off for them. But will he go through and fight Haney now? I suppose if you fight in the eliminator, like the for the interim title, you got to go and take the title fight. I mean, otherwise, what will his 8 million Instagram, probably 10 million now, Instagram followers say? The thing is, tonight, look, he pulled it out the bag when the pressure was on. I thought he won most of the rounds. I thought he was going to struggle big time the last sort of 3 or 4 rounds. I thought he's really going to have his work cut out, because he was putting so much into those shots. It was like power, and I just don't have any confidence that he would have been able to keep that, maintain that work rate for the full 12 rounds. But he didn't have to. Listen, he won it. Tonight's his night. He was absolutely overjoyed at the finish and couldn't help feeling happy for him. Even though I felt sorry for Luke Campbell. Fair play to him. He done the business tonight. Wow. Devon Haney, that's a huge fight to go in against David. I mean, but these are the kind of fights that I think boxing needs to get back in there. We've been through a phase where the best have never wanted to fight the best, and it's been the best thing for them. Is that they could earn more money by just keep beating, basically cherry picked, and guys are appearing in the ratings and being made mandatories that didn't belong there. The way that the industry is forming itself at the moment, the money does seem to be there in the big fights, pay-per-view, subscription channels. There is motivation to make those big fights. So that's what boxing needs. If it's going to get back up to the levels we want to see it, that's what boxing needs. And this is a guy that can be part of that. Ryan Garcia, I'd certainly want to watch him again. I thought it was very entertaining. And the heart that he showed, because he was being caught flush. Those commentators were absolutely appalling. They were useless. I mean, I just thought very poorly of their performance. I mean, I thought the way that they spoke every time that Garcia did anything, it was like he's hammering Campbell, and he wasn't. Campbell was landing, and I think there might be shades in there of it feels a little bit as if Garcia, he's had too much credit given to him, and when you listen to that commentary, it just sounded like they were completely oblivious to anything Campbell done, anything that Campbell did. And I think moving forwards, if he's got a load of backslappers, if everyone around him is telling him, you're the man, you're brilliant, he's going to come unstuck. He very nearly could have come unstuck tonight, that's for sure. He was badly hurt when he went down. Very disorientated. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy the Hellraiser blog, please hit the subscribe, and I'll have plenty more boxing analysis and predictions throughout 2021. Cheers for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button. Thanks, guys. Bye bye. See you soon. Bye bye.